Morning class. Before we start, let's have a prayer. Again, good morning class. Gwen, can you please take a screenshot as part of your attendance for today's discussion? Okay class, in today's meeting, we have a classroom rules. Number 1, make sure your internet connection is stable. Number 2, unmute your mic during discussion. And number 3, turn on your mic if raising some questions and clarification. Is that clear? Okay, very good. Who can able to recall our discussion about yesterday? Okay, Kieta. Very good and very bright idea. So according to Kieta, yesterday we discussed all about the types of volcano. Is that right? Okay, thank you for your response. Okay class, before we start, let's do this activity. The title, the scramble words. So, you can able to answer this activity through Google Form. Since you are done answering the activity number 1, so let's move into the activity number 2, the picture analysis. So class, you can able to answer this activity through Google Form. You have an idea of what is earthquake? Yes, Belle. So, according to Bell, earthquake is a shaking of the earth. Very good. And now, we will be having to discuss what is earthquake. So, earthquake, it talks about, is the shaking of the surface of the earth resulting from the sudden release of energy in the earth's lithosphere. So, the energy will eventually be released once the fault overcomes the friction movement. So, when we talk about the shaking of the earth, it talks about the earthquakes. Okay, now we will be having to discuss of what is fault. Do you have an idea of what is fault? Yes, Irene. Okay, very good. Now, let's talk about fault. So, fault are thin zone of crushed blocks of rocks. So, these are often in centimeters to thousands of kilometers long. So, their surface can be vertically or horizontally. And also, these are also breaking in the earth crust where rocks on either side of the crack have slide past each other. So when we talk about the thin zone of crushed blocks of rocks, so it talks about the fault. So, there are different kinds of fault, but this time, we will be having to know what is normal fault. Okay, Gwen, do you have an idea of what is normal fault? Okay, very good and very bright idea. So, normal fault are two blocks of crust layer pulling apart, extending the crust into valley, thus creating space. So, a normal fault also has the upper side or hanging wall appears to have moved downward with respect to the foot wall. You know what class, the Basin and Range Province in North America and East African Rift Zone are two notable districts where normal fault is spreading apart earth crust. Questions and clarification about our discussion. So if it is none, so your task for today is make an infographic poster showing the different kinds of fault with their characteristics and the importance of a normal fault in the environment. So, you can able to submit the infographic poster through Google Drive shared folder. Since you are done complying the activity, so what have you learned about the normal fault? Okay, Belle. Okay, very good. Thank you, Belle. Class, as part of your assessment, answer this through Google Form. Okay, students, listen from me. For your assignment, make an illustration model of a normal fold, video the process on it, and upload it on your YouTube account. For the submission of your assignment, you may comment the link on our Facebook page. Bye everyone, and thank you for bearing with me today.